Say you're driving your car to work or school, casually minding your own business, when suddenly, a Canada Goose stands upright in your path, downright pretentiously. You slam on the brakes. Of course, you don't stop suddenly. Your car takes time to stop. It gets slower and slower until you are finally at rest. That was a close call. Oh no, now you're late. You continue on driving at twice your original speed. Another goose! Now it looks like it's twice as far ahead as the first goose was last time. That means if you hit the brakes now, you wouldn't hit the goose, right? You're driving twice as fast, so you should stop in twice the distance. Ugh. It's a good thing geese can fly. Okay, it looks like you actually traveled 4 times as far while stopping, even though you were only going twice as fast. Don't feel bad, my friend. It's a common misconception that stopping distance is directly proportional to driving speed. That is, when speed doubles, you might think that it takes twice as far to stop, even though this is untrue. What's going on here? Doubling speed quadruples the stopping distance? Where did that extra distance come from? Well, we can look at this problem in 2 ways, one which involves distance and one which involves time. Let's begin with distance. When you slam on the brakes, there will be friction between the wheels on the road, slowing the car down. The ground did work on your car to take away its energy of motion, its kinetic energy. The force of friction over a given distance is work. From this, we get a relation between stopping distance and car speed. Distance is proportional to speed squared. So, driving twice as fast creates a stopping distance 4 times as long, and driving 3 times as fast creates a stopping distance 9 times as long. This confirms what we've already seen. That's all very interesting, but still, why square the speed? Again, where does that seemingly extra distance come from? Well, we might get a clue by looking at the other side of the story. It's a story of time. When you slam on the brakes, the friction between the wheels and the road causes an impulse. This impulse points in the opposite direction in which the car is moving, decreasing its momentum. The force of friction over time is impulse. Now we get a relation between stopping time and speed. Time is proportional to speed. That makes sense. Twice the speed causes twice the time to stop, and thrice the speed causes thrice the time to stop. But notice that in that doubled time, the car was going twice as fast. So in a way, the extra time reinforces the distance the car moves. This is getting a little hard to follow, so let's revert our gaze to a simpler situation for a sec. Say you timed your driving speed, and you find out that you covered 100 meters in 10 seconds. Now, how could you double the distance you covered? You can generally do this in 2 ways. The first is to double your speed. Going twice as fast in the same amount of time would cause you to cover 200 meters. The second way is to simply drive for twice as long, 20 seconds. At your original speed, driving for twice as long would also have you cover 200 meters. But what if you doubled your speed and time, driving twice as fast for twice as long? You now cover 400 meters. Speed and time reinforce each other, each doubling distance, quadrupling it. A similar thing happens when you slam on the brakes. We found out that in your second encounter with a goose, you were going twice as fast, but that doubled speed also affected your stopping time, doubling it. The initial speed of your car doubled the distance directly, and doubled it again indirectly through doubling your stopping time. That is why your stopping distance is 4 times bigger, not 2. So watch out next time you're on the road. Hopefully you now understand stopping distance in a new light. It no longer seems so unpredictable. Now the only unpredictability we have to deal with is those geese. Those little